it must be richer than that, please. Put your hands together for her. Thank you.
Mr. Tony Elumelu. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, and his twin brother, the Oni of Ife, have become the stabilizing factors in Nigerian political firmament. Wherever you go, I was in Imo last week. The Sultan was there, building bridges of fraternity and togetherness. This is why I said some few months back in Katsina that he is not the Sultan of Sokoto. He is the Sultan of Nigeria based in Sokoto. Your Eminence, we are very grateful. Your Imperial Majesty, we sincerely appreciate you. His Grace Archbishop Ignatius Kaigama is a Borno man in diaspora. Because when Alhaji Kabiru referred to Borno and Abuja not up to Taraba, I dare to say that the Wapan, the Pangdon, the Chamba, the Ichen, the Tegun, the Bandawa, the Ndula, the Wano, and many other groups that form the Kwararapa Federation are tracing their ancestry from Borno, from the Lake Chad region. So by extension, Taraba is a vassal of Borno, so I equally have greater connection to Taraba State. That was why I had the audacity to ask the governor to give me land to farm in Taraba State. The elder statesman whom I cherish very much, Reverend Jolie Nyame. You are a good man. The senator representing Taraba North, a man with 9 lives, Senator Isa Shuaibulao. The senator representing Taraba South, my very good friend, David Chumkuta. But you have to manage your weight. You are expanding. It's such an alignment. You know, deputy governors are very sensitive people. There was a time Alhaji Gerba Manu, Haruna Manu, went to Maiduguri and I was the governor. And I received him very warmly. So an opportunity came for him to pay me back when I sought for favors from him when he was the acting governor of Taraba State. He said I treated him well, and he is now the senator representing Taraba Central, distinguished Senator Haruna Manu. The honorable member representing Gashaka Kurmi Sardona Federal Constituency, Honorable David Abel Poe. The honorable member representing Wukari Ibbi Federal Constituency, Prince Ayuba Zaku Dampa. The honorable member representing Lau Karem Lamido Ardo Kola Federal Constituency, Honorable Mohammed Abdullahi. My brother, the immediate past minority leader of the House of Representatives and chairman of the main organizing committee of the Taraba Investment Summit, Honorable Ndudi Elumelu. Your Excellency, you've shown your pan-Nigerian credentials by picking my brother to head that team. You are indeed a star boy. We are now in the phase of governance. We have moved beyond politics. In the 2023 contest, I supported Senator Emmanuel Boacha to be the governor of Taraba State. And God, in his infinite wisdom, entrusted you with the saddle of leadership in Taraba State. When your daughter was getting married, you went to my place and invited me for the function. I came here and you did a little act of generosity of spirit that Father endeared you to me. Alhaji Kabiru, at the reception called for Christian prayers, you intervened and said we prayed in the church. let's continue with the program. It was a generosity of spirit, a magnanimity, a symbol of tolerance. And this is why I wholeheartedly endorse the statement by Archbishop Kaigama that to tolerate someone else's religion is an act of power and wisdom. To fail to tolerate someone because of his or her religion is an act of weakness. Tolerance is the pivot for nation building in every pluralistic society. It is an inevitable ingredient for peace, which harmonizes different religious and ethnic groups in a heterogeneous system. You told me your aunt, under whose care you grew up, Hajia Talatu, is a Muslim. That is religious tolerance. I appreciate you. I adore you. I respect you. The Minister of State for Regional Development, a son of the soil, Honorable Uba Maigali Ahmadu. Heads of federal government agencies and senior government officials, and I dare to say, I crave the forgiveness of our deputy governor here. I am a vice president, so we are at the same level, so I have to appreciate and celebrate deputy governors. And the Aku Ukari, the leader of the Kanuri diaspora in Taraba, and the emir of Muri, my Fulani slave, whom I will take him back to Abuja probably. Lamido Gashaka, chief of Mambila Baju, Gara Donga, Kur Takum, the speaker and members of the Taraba State House of Assembly, the SSG and members of the Taraba State Executive Council, members of the Taraba State Security Council, members of the press, members of the diplomatic corps present, honored guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Each part of Nigeria is a gift to the other. Each complements the other so profoundly that the deficiency of one region is often redeemed by the sufficiency of the other. Our ultimate awakening as a nation begins with this realization that no part of this country can thrive in isolation. What Taraba offers the nation is more than its breathtaking mountains or fertile valleys. It is a strategic contribution to our shared prosperity. That is why we are here. That is why this summit matters. The world is experiencing a new wave of industrial revolution. This moment calls on us to increase the scale of our productivity to reflect the magnitude of our population. It demands that our farmers transition from the use of hoes and cutlasses to tractors and harvesters. It demands that our energy suppliers move beyond powering households to energizing large-scale industries. Our mining sector must also evolve to meet global demands and standards. This is how we compete with the rest of the world. This is how we stay relevant. The reforms we have undertaken as a government are not arbitrary. They are deliberate steps to build an economy where enterprise thrives, where the confidence of investors is not a gamble but a guarantee. We are determined to ensure that investment does not remain a tale of Lagos and Abuja alone. We are expanding the map of economic inclusion to include Jalingo, Yembu, Takum, Ukari, Bali, and every enterprising corner of Taraba. This summit, in essence, is not just a call for investment. It is a call for partnership. The wealth of resources in Taraba is too vast to be reduced to mere statistics. What we seek are collaborators, partners in progress. The federal government is fully committed to supporting every step you take after this gathering. We are not distant observers. We are here with you, ready to provide the institutional backing to turn ideas into accomplishments. Food sufficiency is the first currency of national stability. This is why we have prioritized agriculture as the anchor of our national strategy. This administration has rolled out various interventions to boost agricultural productivity and reduce our dependence on food imports. Taraba's role in this vision is central. from the export-grade tea and coffee grown on its hills to the livestock raised here that feed the nation's feed industry. This state is an agricultural powerhouse that must be fully harnessed. One of Taraba's most generous gifts to this nation is in an area where we remain in deficit, the energy sector. The Kashim Dam, Nigeria's largest hydroelectric dam, is not merely a monument of engineering. It is a symbol of what is possible when we dream and deliver. It tells us that Nigeria's industrial future is not in the pages of a document. It is here. It is now. It is achievable if we make the right policy choices and align them with the direction the world is headed. Taraba also stands as a mineral treasure trove in a world transitioning to clean energy. The global shift towards electric vehicles and clean technologies demands lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These are minerals embedded in this soil. But we cannot participate in this global race to the future if we don't open our doors wide and welcome investors to work with us, invest in us, and grow with us. We are not naive. We know that our growing population is a cry for an industrial solution. We cannot live on raw produce and unprocessed minerals. What we need are factories to add value, clusters to drive innovation, and industrial parks to convert ideas into impact. But above all, we need visionaries. We need those who see beyond the narrow confines of trade and into the transformative possibilities of industry. We need people like Aliko Dangote. We need people like Tony Elumelu. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa, and Nigeria will make or mar that transition. I dare to put forth at every opportunity that 1 out of every 4 black men is a Nigerian. And by 2050, Nigeria will be the 3rd most populous nation on earth. We are going to surpass the United States. Our population will hit 440 million people. And what are we going to do with the anticipated population bulge? We can turn the anticipated bulge into demographic dividends, or it will be the demographic disaster that will consume all of us. I believe we have the men, the resources, and the capabilities to transform our young population into engines of growth. The whole of Europe is aging. Even the Asian tigers, they are aging. China is aging. But the average age of the Nigerian nation is 16.7. According to Conperi, a global consultancy outfit, by 2035, there will be 65 million global talent deficits. The United States, Russia, and Brazil will each suffer from 6 million talent deficits. And we have a very young and virile population. We can fill in that gap. The highest we have ever earned from the process of oil was $35 billion in 2011 under former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. From outsourcing alone, India generated $120 billion last year. So the opportunities abound. There are more English speakers in Nigeria than in India. And with all due respect, the intonation, I believe most of the Western audiences here could get what I was talking about. The intonation of the Nigerian English, with all due respect, is superior to the Indian variety. Am I not right? And our proximity to Europe is an added advantage. So I wish to call on all of us, irrespective of differences in political affiliations, religious persuasion, tribal or sectional background, let us fuse into one, because poverty knows no ethnicity, no religion, or no tribe. Let us unite as a people. I am a Muslim. I am a Kanuri man. But some of my greatest benefactors in life do not share my faith. Neither do they speak my language. One of them is seated here. The other is Jim Obia in Lagos. Here is Aliko Dangote. It's only Aliko that I can claim proximity because his children are half Kanuris. But Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end on a positive note by extending my warm congratulations to the star boy, His Excellency Dr. Agbo Kefa, for his bold vision and leadership. There is no doubt that you have chosen to reshape the destiny of your people. This is a defining moment for Taraba, and I want you to know that the federal government, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is here with you to work hand in hand as you journey from potential to prosperity. It is therefore with great optimism and a deep sense of national purpose that I, on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, declare the Taraba International Investment Summit 2025 officially open. Thank you. God bless Taraba State. God bless the Taraba.
Your hands together for Mr. President, represented by the Vice President. But the Vice President would remain here for picture opportunities. Honorable Ndude Elumelu is leading everyone here. The Vice President, the star boy himself, the former governor, the Sultan, the representative of the governors. Please, I'd like also that the President of Ghana's representative is also here, Mr. Tony Elumelu Alaji Dangote. We might have to do this in batches